Henry loved to play in the village square. He would often find shiny pebbles there. One day, he saw something different. It was a gold coin. Henry had never seen anything like it. He picked it up and looked around. Who did it belong to? Henry knew he had to find the owner. He decided to take the coin to the mayor. The mayor knew everyone in the village. Henry walked to the mayor's house. He felt a little nervous. He had never been to the mayor's house before. He knocked on the door. Mr. Thomas, as Mr. Thomas. Hello, Henry. What brings you here today? Henry, as Henry. I found this coin in the village square. I want to return it to its owner. The mayor listened carefully. He smiled at Henry, who had just finished explaining how he found the coin near the old oak tree at the edge of the village. Henry was a young, honest villager known for his helpful nature.
That's very kind of you, Henry. Your honesty is commendable, and it's people like you who make our village a wonderful place to live. Let me see the coin. It's important we return it to its rightful owner.
The mayor looked at the coin closely, holding it up to the sunlight to examine its details. The coin was old, with intricate designs that were unique to the Jenkins family. He recognized it right away. This was no ordinary coin. It was a family heirloom, passed down through generations.
This coin belongs to Mr. Jenkins. It's a valuable piece of his family's history. He lost it this morning while walking through the market. He must be worried sick about it.
Mr. Jenkins was a kind old man, beloved by everyone in the village. He had lived there all his life and was known for his generosity and wisdom. He needed the coin to buy medicine. Mr. Jenkins had been unwell for some time, and the medicine was crucial for his health. The mayor knew he had to help. He couldn't let Mr. Jenkins suffer, especially when the solution was right in front of him. He decided to personally deliver the coin to Mr. Jenkins. With the coin safely in his pocket, the mayor set off towards Mr. Jenkins's house. The villagers watched him go, knowing that their mayor always did the right thing. When he arrived, he knocked on the door gently. Mr. Jenkins opened it, looking frail but hopeful. The mayor handed him the coin, explaining how Henry had found it and brought it to him. Mr. Jenkins smiled with relief, thanking the mayor and Henry for their kindness. The coin meant more to him than just its monetary value. It was a symbol of his family's legacy. The mayor stayed for a while, chatting with Mr. Jenkins and making sure he was all right. It was moments like these that made the village feel like a big family. As the mayor left, he felt a sense of pride in his community. The villagers were not just neighbors, they were friends who looked out for each other. Walking back to his office, the mayor knew that the village was a better place because of the kindness and honesty of its people. And that was something worth celebrating. The mayor and Henry went to Mr. Jenkins's house. The sun was setting, casting a warm glow over the village. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the distant sound of children playing. The mayor, a tall man with a kind face, walked with purpose, while Henry, a young man with a keen eye, followed closely behind. Mr. Jenkins was very worried. He had been searching for his precious gold coin all day. The coin was a family heirloom passed down through generations, and losing it felt like losing a part of his heritage. His brow was furrowed and his hands trembled slightly as he looked around his modest home. He couldn't find his coin anywhere. He had turned his house upside down, searching every nook and cranny. The room was a mess, with furniture moved and items scattered everywhere. His heart sank with each passing minute, fearing the worst. The mayor knocked on the door. The sound echoed through the quiet evening, a gentle yet firm reminder of their presence. The mayor hoped that their visit would bring some relief to Mr. Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins opened the door. He looked very sad. His eyes were red from worry and his shoulders slumped in defeat. The sight of the mayor and Henry brought a glimmer of hope to his weary face.
Hello, Mr. Jenkins. The mayor's voice was gentle and reassuring, hoping to ease the old man's anxiety. We have something for you. Henry stepped forward, a small smile playing on his lips. He held a small box wrapped in simple brown paper.
Henry stepped forward. He held out the gold coin. The coin gleamed in the fading light, its intricate design catching the eye. It was unmistakably the lost heirloom.
I found this in the village square. I think it's yours. Henry's voice was filled with warmth and sincerity. The village square was bustling with activity, and it was a stroke of luck that Henry had spotted the coin amidst the cobblestones. Mr. Jenkins's face lit up with joy. Tears welled up in his eyes as he took the coin from Henry's hand. Thank you so much," he whispered, his voice choked with emotion. The reunion with his precious heirloom brought a sense of relief and happiness that words could hardly describe. The mayor, Henry, and Mr. Jenkins shared a moment of joy. The village, with its close-knit community, had once again shown that in times of need, they could come together and support one another. The evening air was filled with a renewed sense of hope and camaraderie. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the village, the three men stood together, united by a simple act of kindness. It was a happy reunion, one that would be remembered for years to come.
Mr. Jenkins was overjoyed. He hugged Henry tightly, his eyes brimming with tears of gratitude. The entire village had gathered around, witnessing this heartfelt moment. It wasn't just a hug, it was a symbol of the trust and respect Henry had earned through his actions. The villagers had always known Henry to be a good boy, but today he had proven himself to be much more.
Thank you, Henry. Your honesty has saved us all from a great deal of trouble. We were on the verge of losing something very precious to us, but you stepped in and did the right thing. You are a true friend. In times of need, you showed us what it means to be loyal and trustworthy. Your actions have strengthened the bonds of friendship in our village.
The mayor patted Henry on the head, a gesture that spoke volumes. It was a rare honor, reserved for those who had done something truly remarkable. The mayor's eyes twinkled with pride as he looked at Henry, knowing that the future of the village was in good hands with such honest and brave young people.
You are a very honest boy, Henry. Your actions today have set an example for everyone in the village. We all look up to you and are inspired by your integrity. The village is proud of you. Today, we celebrate not just your honesty, but the values that you represent. You have shown us that doing the right thing is always worth it, no matter the cost.
Henry felt happy too. His heart swelled with pride and joy as he looked around at the smiling faces of his fellow villagers. He realized that his actions had brought happiness and peace to the entire community. He had done the right thing. It wasn't always easy, to be honest, but Henry knew that it was the right path to take. He felt a deep sense of satisfaction, knowing that he had made a positive difference. He learned that honesty is always the best policy. This experience had taught him a valuable lesson that he would carry with him for the rest of his life. He understood that being honest not only helped others, but also brought inner peace and happiness, and that kindness can make everyone feel good. Henry saw how his honesty had inspired acts of kindness among the villagers. They were more willing to help each other, to be understanding and compassionate. It was a beautiful transformation, and Henry knew that this was just the beginning of a new chapter for the village. Henry loved